Hello and welcome, my beauties of all ages. Thank you for watching my first episode of how I do in my nails. And here is what I end up with. Okay, here is my design. This too, it's still kind of in progress. I want to figure out what I want to do with this too yet. Looks not finished. But here it is, if I can make a close-up a little bit. I did marbling, I did some glittering, and I put some stickers that I believe my friend Nat sent it to me. And I use these triangles to do a sticker, and then you just put top coat to it. So today I'm gonna show you in my video part number 2 how I did marbling technique. And there is 2 ways how you can do it. So here is my table. Before we start to do, I'm gonna prepare what I need in here. So what I have here, as I went with these colors, I have here my pure white. I'm using this one, Lisa. Hold on. This one. And then I have color in black. Same nail polishes. I have unboxing of them. I love them. Then of course here is the gelish, gel polish. It's kind of like a copy from gelish, I think. Beautiful teal color. And then I have here top coat and rubber coat. And then in here is silver by KADS, but this is stamping nail polish. So this is to use for a stamping on those metal plates. So what I'm gonna do, first we're gonna make sure to remove, here's the nail, we're gonna work on it. As you can see, it's nice shaped, and of course glitter is left from my previous manicure, which just doesn't matter, we're not gonna see it. So let me zoom in a little bit close to the table. And I have here this my solution that I made, 3 parts of alcohol and 1 part of acetone. I do have a video, guys. So this is my homemade solution that you can easily use for taking off your sticky layer after you know, when you do your nails with the gel. Some gel nail polish will leave a sticky layer on the top, so you have to wipe that out. So this is the wipes that I made, and I'm using the wipes that is lint free. I ordered them from AliExpress as well. So we're gonna clean our nail to absolutely remove any dust, any grease maybe that landed, some whatever you have we're doing. If you don't have time to do nail polish, you're like in the same time, and maybe you take a break, you were doing something else, so make sure it's all clean. So I wipe very well. Now it's all clean and degreased, I should say. What I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna use my rubber base. Come on, let's focus. So this rubber base I purchased when I went back home to Ukraine 2 years ago, well, a year ago. And I'm sure you can buy a whole bunch of them on AliExpress, a different kind. So I still have this one, so that's what I'm gonna use. And it's nice and kind of like thick consistency. It's not very runny. Okay, the more close I get, that is out of the focus, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna do now why you need a rubber base. Let me tell you first. If you're doing a manicure, for example, maybe of different colors, for example black color, the nail polish can stain your nails it would be hard to clean it, or even later if you want to take it off your nail and change to different design. It's easy to work with rubber base, whereas you can easy to remove by soaking with acetone. So this is kind of like a protective layer for your nail to protect from stain, and also protect that so the gel nail will come out easy later if you want to remove. So I put very thin layer. Now make sure it's all covered. I'm a little bit in an awkward position, guys, here, so forgive me if sometimes I come out of my focus. And this gel is self-leveling, so I'm just gonna wait a few seconds till it's level. Now when I'm done with this, I can put away my rubber base. I don't need this right now anymore. And I'm gonna put for the 60 seconds in my UV lamp to dry. Now while I'm drying my nail, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit. So on this nail, what I did, I added gems. Okay, you're probably not gonna see it. Okay, you can see this little bit in here. I have a gems. This is the gems that I think I'm not gonna do on this nail today, because if really I barely can see them, as not much sparkle from them, but they are sharp and it's kind of like sticking out. If I show you sideways, you see that, right? Even if it's out of focus a little bit, I don't like that, but they are pretty and sparkle in a jar. Let's see, they are beautiful, but they are not as sparkle when you look now right now on my nail. Okay, so I'm not gonna use them today, but I'm just gonna show you the simple example of what I do, what kind of process I'm doing to make my marbles. So after my rubber base, I'm gonna paint in white. Here's my pure white. I'm gonna paint my nail in white, and I'm gonna try to do as thin coat first as possible, because this is kind of like runny consistency nail polish, and I don't want to get too runny. So I'm start kind of not all the way by cuticle. I start a little bit further so I can put nail polish down, so I don't have a bulky layer right by the cuticle. So I do first pushing it down, make sure I go very close to my cuticle, but not to touch it, because when you put in your lamp, it will stick to your cuticle in a hard layer. Okay, now I'm gonna back a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna push aside a little bit, guys, this nail polishes. Okay, so you can see better. Okay, now I'm gonna go a little bit more close to my cuticle and push it down. Here I kinda pull my skin with my other nail to help a little bit. Tip of the nail, sides, make sure it's all covered. And this white nail polish, not as easy to kinda, it's a little streaky, I would say. So that's why I do first layer is really thin. You kinda not to worry yet about what is going on like around in here. You see, it's not perfect yet, but that's okay. I wanna go in the machine right now and do it for 30 seconds. And then I'm gonna do another layer of white, and then I'm gonna use my very thin brush to go close to my cuticle so I can paint all the way to my skin. Just trying to clean. Okay, guys, have my cute brush holder. I love this one, like looks so nice and neat, right? Okay, I got my nail polish now for 30 seconds. It depends on your lamp. If you need to hold it longer, just put for 60. So now I'm gonna put a second layer, second coat, layer, whatever you wish to say. And I do the same thing. I go further from a cuticle first. Trying to cover up everything. As close as possible. So now what I do, I grab this thin brush, okay, and I dip it into my white gel. So I can go now close to my cuticle to make a smooth line in here without any zigzags. So it's perfect, nice and even. Take your time, doesn't need to be fast. If you happen to be if you did mistake and it got a little bit on the cuticle, because it's so runny consistency, you see that little thing? You grab your brush that is flat, not the one that you using it for your gel, but flat, and I just gonna dip in my cleaning liquid. I'm just gonna dip in here, and I'm just gonna wipe excess right now. And I kinda keep in this little to wipe it. Okay, you see it's already better. It doesn't have much already up there on a cuticle. So that way you clean if for in case your nail polish has too much of the runny consistency and you just can't control very well. So that's what you do. You just need a little bit cleanup. And make sure when you're using this solution, make sure you always close lid, otherwise acetone will be evaporate. Okay, so now I'm gonna try this. I'm just gonna fix it right now quickly. Make sure it's smooth and up. Right there. Just one more time. Okay, now I'm gonna flip upside down to make sure my nail polish level up itself and also get away from the cuticle. And I'm gonna zip on my machine for 60 seconds. Okay, so while we're doing this, I'm gonna show you what else I'm gonna do. Now we're gonna start our marbling. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put dot of what? Okay, what are we gonna see here better? A little bit of white nail polish in here on my mat. And this guy's silicone mat are so good. I highly recommend for you to get it if you don't have it, because you can actually design on this board, on this silicone mat, and it's easy to clean up after. Now I need some green. I'm just gonna work with one hand. I'm gonna put a little bit of each color into my silicone mat. to do a marbling. You can do straight up from the jar by using this a little brush. Now I'm gonna just check if it's good enough. I think it's dry now. Okay, so I'm gonna finish what I'm doing here. Now I need a little bit of black color, just a very tiny bit. I don't need much at all. Okay, and I'm gonna put, where is my, okay, non-wipe top. So when my nails dry after this top, I don't have to wipe the sticky coat because it doesn't have a sticky coat after this one. So I like this one. And I'm just gonna put a little dot of clear one as well in here. And I'm gonna put a little bit of glitter. This is the fine glitter from Sonia's store. Let me see if we can, oh, there you go, very, very fine glitter. And I'm gonna show you which number that is actually. If you wanna order, here is the number you have to look for. I will link it up, everything under the video. Okay, so I need to put little bit of glitter in this. I just didn't bring my my scoop tool for the glitter. I'm just gonna add, because I need really, really little bit. I'm just gonna mix it right now in here and add some more. Okay, now we have a glittery dot. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it here. Now the silver, because of the silver, it's a stamping nail polish. I can't put on my mat because it will dry out immediately. So I'm gonna use, like, I'm gonna open and get a little bit color from here and close immediately. So what we're gonna do now, what I was talking about, two methods how you do marbling. Method number one would be dry and number two wet. So what that means and what's the difference that makes. So I did purposely, guys, just to show you one of these nails in here. What I have, this one is wet marbling and this one is dry marbling. So I'm gonna show you each sideway so you can see the difference. Okay, you see how this one go nice and smooth. Okay, I hope you can see it, right? Now I'm gonna show you the dry technique. Okay, can you see how bumpy that is? Like, has a bump. Oh, this way kind of good, you can see it. There's a bump in here and there's a bump up there, so it's not smooth at all. If you're looking at two of them side by side, you see the difference, and that's what make a difference if you're doing a dry technique and not waiting for a level up your nail polish. So in today's tutorial, I'm gonna show you how you do wet and the best that I like, okay? Because I want you to have the best nail polish design and better outcome. So now when you have already your color done, we're gonna use any top coat and we're gonna put on it. Make sure it's nice cover, but also keep away from the cuticle. Doesn't have to be very thick layer, but we want to have wet. Okay, so now I have my layer. You see it's shiny, right? Oh, and now we're not gonna dry in our UV lamp. We will paint design straight on a wet. So since my brush already here all glittery, I'm gonna start with the glitter, okay? And I'm gonna repeat kind of design as this one to match from the left to the right, if that's what you see now. So I'm gonna make my glitter kind of like on the middle here. Okay, now I'm gonna wipe it and start to do color. So first I'm gonna start from my green dot. I dip it, and then because this brush are nice and long, it's flexible. So you just put that in here and you kind of wiggle, make it from thicker to thinner line. You just start to design those marble effect, and then you do the same thing from the bottom, those lines, to create the marble. Let me zoom close maybe as much as we can. Okay, hopefully we will see. Okay, and then I'm gonna add right now a little bit of black, very little bit. I don't want it too intense. You just follow the same kind of lines and try to spread it out. If your nail polish is a little bit too thick, you can add a little bit of the top coat to mix them and make them a little bit thinner. Okay, so now if you have a little bit too much of the black that you don't want it too much, you dip your brush in white color and just, you know, go on the top to kind of smooth it out and make those lines as you like, or thinner or thicker. It's up to you how much you want this to be intense color. So like I like to have a little bit more, and I just kind of time from time I'm wiping my brush. Okay, if I want an intense color, for example, I want a little bit more of the green, I'm gonna get a little bit more of the green and put right in here to make a little bit more. Now I'm gonna get the silver color, and I'm gonna do very quickly because it is drying out consistency. So I'm just gonna open and literally grab from in here and just do quickly my silver line. Now, because silver is the one that stamp, and it could give you the bulkiness, so you have to work kind of quick. And I obviously did too much of the marble in here, that is a little bit too much of the color. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna add white to break a little bit of the colors. And because the gel top coat is wet, it gives you ability to level up on itself. So you can do as much or as little as you want. And if you start to feel like it's too much bulky, you just flip inside out, and your nails polish will be kind of like even up and get to the middle of your nail. Okay, so I got a little bit over did myself here with the green, so I'm just gonna pull some color away by painting a white on the top. I did too much. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna put right now in the 30 seconds. And if you want a more glitter, well, now it's a good time actually. You can add a little bit more glitter if you want to. And we love glitter. Okay, that's it. I'm going for 60 seconds in my machine. Now, very important, guys, if you do your gel nail polish, and for example, here is your machine, right? Make sure your machine do not point it out to gel. It will dry out your gel. Make sure it's facing the other way, away from your nail polishes, so you don't ruin your product, because little by little it is cost money, so we don't want to ruin. So my gel polishes always stay kind of like behind the lamp on the side, far away, so that UV light doesn't hit bottles. Okay, so let's wait, see how this gonna go, and then we will use our non-wipe top to finish up. Or you can add more color right now when it's dry. You can still add and fix it if you want a little bit more of the colors, but before you do that, put another thin layer of top coat so it's slippery, so your nail polish will distribute evenly. Okay, so here is what we come up with. As you can see, I have more in here of the black, and this one is more natural, as I have on this one more black. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of the black, so it's kind of look a little bit even. So I'm gonna put very thin coat of top, and I just gonna add a little bit more of the black, because it looks like I layer up and all the black got hidden. Okay, now it looks like not bad. Okay, I'm gonna put for 60 seconds. And guys, that's how you do your marble nails. After I dry, I'm gonna put another thick coat of wipe. Okay, so I put my top coat and dry for another 60 seconds. And that's how you do, guys, marbling. You can do as much as you want or as little as you want. I think I did a little bit overdid in here, but it's okay for the purpose of video. I think should be all right. Now how I did in here, guys, or my little one, what I did, I put color and then I dry color. Then I put my top coat, and I did the same thing without drying. I just use glitter as I have in here, right? I pre-mix glitter like this, and I just with this thin brush kind of painted out as much as I wanted. I did here the same thing. I put my color first, then I put sticker, and then I put top coat and make this glitter and dry after that with the layer of the top coat on the very end. So as you can see, it's very easy to do, and you can, you know, practice and do as much as you want. Creative, stay creative, that's what's important. And just for in case, if you put so much colors and you don't like it, just simply grab your wipes and wipe it out everything to your base, and you will still gonna have up the left rubber top left. All you have to do to clean up the colors, and you can start painting from the beginning. So I hope you have fun watching my video today, and I wish you all well, and I see you in my next episode.